babe. So today we're going to talk about keeping your social media clean. Now, one thing certain and two things are for sure. Whenever you get a new job, especially like corporate job, a office job, a job that has like a little prestige to it, you know what I'm saying? People are going to look at your social media. So whenever I get a new position, especially my last role with me being dean of students, I hid some of my public profiles. Just it's my private life. I don't. Not that I post anything crazy, and neither should you. Like twerking videos or anything like that. Um, but you just don't want your employer to see certain parts of your life, as well as if you're going to be over a large group of people. Like I was in charge of operations, making sure that teachers were doing what they were supposed to do, dealing with discipline, doing events and things like that. You have a lot of stakeholders and a lot of eyes looking at you. So with that being said, you want to make sure your social media is clean, and you want to sometimes hide it, especially if you have a lot of things that rely on optics. So, how things look and stuff like that. One profile that I just always keep open is my LinkedIn. That's public. That's more like professional. So yeah, I would say keep your LinkedIn open. But as far as like Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, that shouldn't, like, you shouldn't be friends with your coworkers or management on any social media platform, because at the end of the day, you're working and your job is your job. Your life is your life. It is what it is. So just try to always understand how optics can make things either better or worse. You just never know. You just never know. So I try to keep all of myself. Now everything is public, since I'm just kind of like a public figure now, um, in the work that I'm actually doing in my city. So I don't really mind. But yes, when I was in charge, over a lot of people, I absolutely hid my profiles, because you're out with friends and you just don't want nobody to take that the wrong way. Like, oh, look at what she's doing or this and that. And they can take something and run with it. So always make sure that when you post intentionally, and whatever you post, you are okay with anybody seeing it. So just be mindful of that. Even if you are young, just don't be posting anything too crazy, because people are going to look at your social media. Why people do that, I'm not sure. It's just something that people do. So yeah, something else I wanted to say is regards to being public. Anything that you do is marketing. So you post something, you repost something, all of that is going to reflect on you. I'm all about protecting yourself, protecting your image, job security, especially for the pretty smart girls, because you're going to find whenever you are working, sometimes employment can be difficult because people nitpick every single thing you do, everything you post online, this and that. So you need to learn how to take precaution, especially whenever you are in corporate or you're in a little office job. So yeah, and anything can be corporate. So that could be like if you're a teacher, if you work for a dental office, if you work for a law firm, if you're a paralegal, if you're an actual lawyer, all of those things that have heavy connotations of responsibility that come with them. You're in corporate, babe. You're in corporate. There's politics that's going on, there's decisions that's being made. So, yes, all of that is going to reflect on you, sweetie. So, make sure that you are taking precautionary measures to protect your image, to protect how people see you. Not that that's any of your problem, but you always want to represent yourself and make sure that you are being the best version of you that you can be. And that includes making sure your social media is on the up and up. With that being said, I'm going to see y'all next week. I'm going to try to come on here a little bit earlier the next week if I can. I've been super, super busy. I literally watched history happen in my home state of Arkansas. One of the only and youngest Black prosecutors for the Pulaski County as well as Perry County. I went to that watch party, and that was amazing to just be in a room full of politicians, full of people that you voted for, who all look like you. So I've been very busy. I've had meetings with the nonprofit that I work for. I also sit on the board for that. So I am a busy person, but I also want to help the girls out. So I'm going to be back on here. So with that being said, I will see y'all next week or a little bit earlier. Bye.